Hi there. In honor of today, right now, this very moment being the hottest ever in recorded history in the Pacific Northwest, I thought I would give you some details about why you should be scared of the sun. And for further specification, it is 5:29 p.m. on Monday, June 28th, 2021, a scorching 106 degrees Fahrenheit. I think the last time temperatures were like close to this was like 103 in 2008 in Seattle. I don't know, don't quote me on that. Anyways, as I'm sure you're all aware, thanks to rudimentary science classes, you probably know that the sun puts off like an erratic amount of ultraviolet and other radiations, as part of its solar wind, if you know what that is. Points to you. I'm sorry, it is so hot. I mean, okay, so originally I'm from Arizona, so it's not like hot, hot, but in Arizona you don't get this sticky. Like it gets regularly this hot. Like it's just typical, you expect that. But like you don't stick to yourself as easy. Like every square centimeter of my body is glistening with sweat right now. It is not pleasant to say the least. Anyways, right, so the sun puts out hella ultraviolet radiation, and what does that mean for us? It means it gets hot, right? Speaking of, the ice maker in the freezer broke, and I'm suffering. I'm suffering so much. Like emotionally. Not even physically, just emotionally. Like, I like my water to hurt my teeth. Anyways, so you all know of the ozone, I'm sure, right? The ozone layer, our trusty dusty shield against, not dusty, just trusty, our trusty shield against the radiation coming from the sun. And I don't know if all of y'all know this, but the ozone is a living, breathing, it doesn't breathe, but it's a living and constantly changing reflection of the natural air biome and atmospheric biome that we have on this planet. The reason the ozone exists is because the plant life and other photosynthesizing oxygen waste product producing organisms on this planet outweighed and outproduced the carbon dioxide and methane and other greenhouse gas producing life forms on this planet, right? So because oxygen weighs less than some of these other gases that we find in the atmosphere, it floats up where it gains concentration with itself, like just pure oxygen in the stratosphere, I think it is. Don't quote me on that either. And here it forms a new form of oxygen bonding between three molecules. So instead of O2, it's O3, and O3 is cool because it deflects actually a major component of ultraviolet radiation from actually coming through and causing skin cancer and wrinkling. I don't know if you know what photo aging, but you can go ahead and blame three major kinds of UV radiation for all of the damages and heartaches that you will have. First of which is UVA radiation. It is the slowest, like, radiation in the form of UV is like a wave, right? It's like it has the lowest frequency. UVA causes sunburning and damage to the outermost layer of your skin. UVB can cause photoaging, aka wrinkles and loss of elasticity in your skin. So obviously full spectrum sunscreen. And UVC is much higher than both of those and can cause lots of damage to everything. And I don't know if you've noticed around where you live, but where I live, obviously the biodiversity is going down, and that means that less and less creatures and less plants are producing anything that can help the sustainability of just niche organisms producing and helping to keep the environment that we all live in stable. So please wear sunscreen, full spectrum. And if you can, do a little bit of research on the differentiation between sunscreen and sunblock. You probably don't want to wear sunscreen. You want to aim for sunblock, but if you don't have sunblock, go ahead and put on the sunscreen because it's better for you anyways. Also, I don't know if you know how SPF works, but SPF stands for sun protection factor, and it works as a fraction. For example, most clothes also has SPF. This shirt, for example, probably has an SPF of somewhere between 20 and 50. What does that mean? Well, it means it blocks between 1 out of every 20 to 1 out of every... Hold on. No. I said that wrong. So 1 out of 20 to 1 out of 50, right? But that means it only allows through 1 out of 20 rays from the sun all the way up to 1 out of every 50, meaning that between 5 and 2%, like 5% to 2% of radiation in form of SPF that comes towards my body is going to be blocked up or diffused by this shirt before it hits the skin underneath. Got that? Right. So when you get to fractions like SPF 35 and SPF 50, the difference between 35 and 50 is like 1 to 2%, because do the math. Type in a fraction into your calculator, 1 divided by 35, 1 divided by 40. You'll see how small the actual difference is. But when you get to that level of blocking out the damage that can come from the sun, you have to start using much more harsh chemicals for your skin. And, you know, that's not really with the program. It's probably not good for your pores, and it's probably not good for whatever godforsaken source those chemicals are being pulled from. So tread with caution. Err on the side of sunblock, aka zinc oxides, I think it is. I don't know. You do the research. I've done it for myself. But yeah, the difference between sunscreen and sunblock is that sunblock is it's usually zinc. I don't know if magnesium is also in there, but zinc, I think, like 90% sure. Zinc particles that you just kind of like rub on top of your skin, and then it forms this like layer that just kind of mirrors, like forms a mirror in front of your body so that the UV can't like penetrate your skin, whereas sunscreen gets absorbed into your skin, and then as the UV radiation comes into contact with your skin, the sunscreen will absorb it instead of your skin, and then it kind of just like loses its effectiveness, and that's why you have to reapply every 2 hours. Sunblock, you can err on the side of reapplying less as long as you're not sweating profusely. Anyways, yeah, please take care of yourselves. Please take care of your skin. Please take care of the planet. And please, dear God, fear the sun. It is dangerous. It is hot. And every second that we let major corporations like Schmoka Schmola and Plepsi Chola get away with, you know, producing more plastic than damn near any other corporation on the planet for the last 6 years in a row, you and the set of metal straws in your cupboard have an infinitesimally smaller effect on the overall health of our planet than these major corporations with multi-million, if not multi-billion-dollar revenues that come from exploiting the natural resources and messing up the collective biome that we all share. So, yeah. Put pressure on these companies. This is the home for all of us. not just for their wallets and not just for their economy. And frankly, I don't think nearly enough people in the Pacific Northwest have the shelter to be able to survive year after year after year of heat waves worse than this one, because this is only the beginning. If we don't take action and do something to try and at least bring nature back into a more stable version of equilibrium than we are right now, this is only the first layer of hell. There are 6 more to go, and every single one will be hotter than this. Yeah? So, drink water, wear sunscreen, wear sunglasses. Make sure you get the ones that block 400 rating SPF. That's like basically every single last bit. Like that's, I think it's as high as it goes. 400 SPF, I'm 99% sure that's like as high as you can go. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but wear long sleeve shirts and wear thin pants. I've been inside most of today because it's just that insufferably hot, but cover your skin, wear big brimmed hats, put on sunscreen, drink lots of water, and if you can, please pressure major corporations into respecting the natural resources of this planet so that we can all live to see anything more enjoyable than a summer of 150-degree weather. Yeah? Anyways, thank you for coming to my rant. I hope that this day and this exact moment are preserved as the highest ever temperature and heat wave in the Pacific Northwest and elsewhere in the United States. My heart goes out to the East Coast as well. I know somewhere in like New Jersey / New York area there is also like record high temperatures, but for the most part, Oregon, Washington, I think parts of Idaho, and like super North California are really suffering in terms of like historical temperatures. Look at that. I'm like #glowing. Anyways, thank you, and be careful, because you should be scared of the sun. We all should be. It provides life, but you know, things are only good in moderation. Too much of anything can poison you to death. Enjoy the summer heat.